Good day, and welcome to another episode of Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I'm Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Let's get into it. So, the Denver Nuggets, okay? The Denver Nuggets had a magical run in the 1994 NBA playoffs, okay? They had a magical run and nearly made history twice in the NBA playoffs, okay? So I'm about to break it down, okay? So the Nuggets finished 42-40 and entered the playoffs as an 8 seed, okay? And they were facing the Seattle Supersonics, who had the best home record during the season and the best road record during the season. And they finished 63-19, which was, they were 37-4 at home that year. Okay. And so, the Denver Nuggets roster really didn't have much playoff experience. Okay. Out of everybody on that roster, I would say Reggie Williams probably had the most playoff experience because he played for the Spurs, because he spent a few seasons with the Spurs and the Cavs. So yeah, I would say Reggie Williams has some playoff experience. And so the first two games went as predicted. Sonics won game one, 106-82, and then won 97-87 in game two. And so the Seattle crowd was, oh yeah, that's sweep, whatnot. And then that's when the Denver Nuggets, went to work. Okay. That's when the Denver Nuggets went to work. And so the Nuggets retaliated with a 110-93 blowout in game three, okay. And Reggie Williams led the way with 31 points in game three. Okay. Reggie Williams led the way with 31 points. And it was LaFonso Ellis in game four, okay, who led the way with 27 points, okay. And Dikembe Mutombo, being his defensive, intimidating presence that he is, was literally intimidating Seattle shots. He was rejecting Sean Kemp. He was rejecting Kendall Gill. Rejecting everything that came his way. Mutombo for game four had 10 points, 16 rebounds, and 8 block shots. If that ain't a defensive stopper, I don't know what is. And so Mutombo was rejecting everything, okay? And but Seattle had a chance to ice the game, okay? When Sean Kemp went to the line. Sean Kemp went into the line, and the Sonics were leading 82-79, okay? He went to the line, and the Sonics led 82-79, okay? And while Kemp was at the free throw line, Gary Payton foolishly, being the trash talker he is, foolishly went over and yelled behind the Denver fans who was sitting behind the Nuggets bench. He said, "Y'all ain't going nowhere." Okay. So Kemp misses two free throws. That would have iced the game. The Nuggets come down. Robert Pack hits a clutch three to tie the game at 82. And the Nuggets win 94-85 in overtime. Okay. And so they go back to Seattle for game 5. And there was no pressure on the Denver Nuggets to win that game because nobody expected them to win, okay? But they had planted a seed of doubt in the Sonics' minds, okay? And so all the pressure was on And so the Sonics came out for hiring, as they usually do, jumped to a quick lead, but the Nuggets fought back, and they were down by as much as 11 in the second half, but they came back. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was having a terrible shooting game. He was having a terrible shooting game, and he was replaced by Robert Pack. Okay, just as Robert Pack hit that clutch 3-pointer in Game 4, Robert Pack scored 19 of his 23 points in the second half, and then overtime. And in all, Robert Pack hit 5 threes, and he was 8 of 15 from the field overall. And he hit 2 free throws with 18.7 seconds left in overtime to give the Nuggets the lead for good. Okay. Now what? He gave the Nuggets a 4-point lead. So yeah, lead for good. But before that, before the overtime period, the Nuggets were ahead 88-86, and they forced Gary Payton into a tough shot. So they forced Gary Payton into a tough shot. He shoots an air ball, but Kendall Gill was right there to put it back in. And the game went into overtime after Mutombo hit a shot that was a fraction of a second after the clock had ended. Okay. So they go into overtime. And the Sonics were up 92-90. Then Reggie Williams hit a clutch 3 of his own to put the Nuggets up 93-92. Okay? So the Sonics score, and they're ahead 94-93, but then LaFonso Ellis comes back with a 3-point play of his own. Okay. LaFonso Ellis comes back with a 3-point play of his own to put the Nuggets up 96-94. And then Pack hits the 2 free throws. And Dikembe Mutombo, who had 15 rebounds and 8 blocks. Damn. Mutombo, man. Woo, that boy was a beast. Mutombo, who had 15 rebounds and 8 blocks, also had a clutch Shawn Kemp block on a Kemp drive. That led to Robert Pack's 2 free throws, okay? And so LaFonso Ellis also hit 2 big shots in the fourth quarter. And Brian Williams had 19 rebounds that game. And the Nuggets out-rebounded Seattle 58-36 in Game 5 of that series. And so the Sonics really had no answer on the glass for Mutombo or Brian Williams at that time, okay? And so the Nuggets came up clutch. They hit a couple of critical threes, had a couple of critical blocks by Mutombo. And what do you know? Seattle's the first 8 seed to lose to a 1 seed, okay? That honor would have gone to the Los Angeles Lakers the previous year when they nearly had the Phoenix Suns, as a matter of fact. The Lakers had the Suns. They had the Suns, okay? Because the Lakers led by 4, just like Denver did. Lakers led by 4, just like Denver did. But the Suns hit a couple of clutch shots. The Lakers missed a couple of clutch shots. And the Suns won, overtime. Okay? So, that was a first in the NBA. Now, the Nuggets played the Jazz in the second round, okay? Nuggets played the Jazz in the second round. And they had lost their first 3 games. The Nuggets did, okay? Then they come back and they win 3 straight games to force a Game 7 in Utah, okay? And they came within 10 points of making history twice in the '94 playoffs. If they won Game 7, they would have made history again. The first team ever in the NBA to come back from a 3-0 deficit to win the series. And they nearly pulled it off. Okay. They nearly pulled it off. But Utah was just a little bit more talented and a little bit more stronger than they were. Okay, so Utah won Game 7, 91-81. Okay, so, and of course, Seattle's defeat opened the door for the Houston Rockets that year. Okay, and so the Nuggets barely missed history twice. And the fallout from the defeat was, as I've talked about in previous videos, the Sonics nearly traded Shawn Kemp to the Bulls for Scottie Pippen. Okay, the deal was done. Then, at the last millisecond, Seattle backed out of it. Okay, they backed out of the Kemp-Pippen trade. And that would have totally reversed history right there. If the Kemp-Pippen trade happened, then Jordan probably never would have came back, and the Orlando Magic probably would have won about 5 to 6 titles in a row. Who knows? Okay, so yeah, so the Denver Nuggets just missed out, but the fact that the Nuggets won the playoff series as an 8 seed, the Knicks winning a playoff series as an 8 seed, that led to the NBA making rule changes. So instead of a 5-game series, they stretched it out to 7. Okay. Now, the first round was 7 games. Okay. So, but as we saw, I believe it was around 2010, 2011, we saw the 8 seed Golden State Warriors around that at that time. Maybe it's around 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. We saw the 8 seed Golden State Warriors kick out the Dallas Mavericks in the first round, who won 67 games that year. The Mavericks did. Yeah. We saw the Golden State Warriors kick out the Dallas Mavericks as a 8 seed. So, hey. So, a changed format doesn't always work. Okay. So, all right. I said that's all for Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. God bless you all. Peace.